What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. So in this video I cooked 3 meals at the same time. Yes, I prepared 3 meals: afang soup, vegetable sauce, and I boiled plantain. So this is me steaming my meat, my protein. I allowed the water to come out first by adding some water, and then I said to make the vegetable sauce for my mom. My mom uses olive oil, so I added a little bit of olive oil to the pot. You can see me try to stretch my hand to put the olive oil. Then afterwards, I don't allow the oil to get hot. Yes, I added her fresh tomatoes, fresh, fresh and washed, and properly washed fresh tomatoes into the pot. And then afterwards, I mixed everything together. After mixing, I went in to add another ingredient. I added turmeric. She really likes turmeric in her sauce. So I added turmeric. I added black pepper. I added crayfish, salt, and garlic. So this is the garlic that she likes. She prefers using the grinded one. So I'll add a little bit of, not a little bit, I actually added a lot of garlic because she likes garlic in her sauce. So this is me adding the garlic. I showed you guys when I added the garlic, and it's already, I think air has entered that container, so the garlic is no longer, it's now molded together. So I'll leave it a little bit so that it can, I'll leave it a little bit. I'll add some water so it can dissolve inside the sauce. Then I also added my black pepper. This is me trying to show you what I'm doing. I also added black pepper. So the boiled plantain and my proteins for my afang soup is already on fire. So I don't really know how I did this, but I just did it. So yeah, I added in my salt. I just showed you my salt. I added in my salt. I put a little bit of salt. Then I think after adding my salt, I added crayfish. Yes. After adding salt, I went in with crayfish. A generous amount of crayfish, please. Yeah, so the taste and the flavor can come out. So I checked after adding my crayfish to the sauce, I checked my afang soup and plantain that's boiling. So I mixed up my sauce. I just added crayfish and I tasted it and it was good. So I actually allowed it to cook a little bit so that the garlic can dissolve, because I added water so the garlic can dissolve. That the garlic was a little bit hard. I added so that the garlic can dissolve. So yeah, so this is me. I washed soaked my water leaf for like 3 hours. I just felt that the water leaf was very dirty, so I soaked it outside for 3 hours. So this is me. I already brought it back inside the house, and I started to cut everything. So I now, after cutting, I went back to check my sauce. It was already, I checked and I noticed that the garlic has dissolved into the sauce. So I tasted it, and then I went in with the vegetable. I went in with meme leaves and ugu leaves, that's pumpkin leaves. That's what my mom said she wanted, so that's what I went in with. So I added it into the pot, and then I mixed it together. It was very thick, so I added a little bit of water, and then I allowed it to cook for like let's say 30 seconds to a minute. 30 seconds to a minute, and then I offed it. I turned everything off. So this is me mixing everything together. This is me mixing everything together. I added a little bit of water, like I said, and then I mixed again, just to make sure that everything mixed with the vegetable I just added. So I covered the pot to allow it to cook. So by the time the sauce was ready and the plantain was ready, I started with my afang soup immediately. So I added my water leaves, my properly cut water leaf, and it's clean too. So I felt like this pot was very small for this soup, but it actually was. It was not, because by the time this water leaf brought out its juice, everything just disappeared. I went to use a bigger pot for this, but this pot was perfect for the soup. So I added my vegetables into the pot, and yeah, this is me trying to just arrange everything, put everything together, and yeah, afterwards I went in with a generous amount of palm oil. Yes, they say that, oh, if you're cooking afang soup, you need to add oil. Oil brings out the taste of the afang soup. So we're like, okay. So I added my palm oil, not too much, but I just put enough. So I put enough, and then afterwards I added my periwinkle. So any type of periwinkle you want. If you want the one inside shell, it's fine. It's even the best for afang soup, but I wanted this one. So I wanted this one, so I went with it. So anyone you want, you add, okay? Then, after my periwinkle, I went in with a generous amount of crayfish. I told you, when you're cooking afang soup, you need to add crayfish. Crayfish has to be there. So, yeah, I put in my crayfish. This is me just, adding a lot of crayfish. Yeah, depends on you, okay? If you don't want, maybe you feel like you added a lot of fish, and yeah, you don't need to add too much crayfish, but that's all you. So yeah, when I was done, I added my afang. This is me adding my afang. I've added my afang, then I put a little bit of oil because I felt like there was no oil inside this soup. So I already added my salt before I added my afang. I already added salt before I added afang. So this is me mixing everything together. I can't believe I made 3 meals at the same time. See, my plantain and sauce already ready. My mom has already eaten, taking some part of it. So yeah, this is me mixing everything together. This soup was very, very good. I didn't add water. It was just the water leaf water that was it. I didn't add any water at all. I didn't add any water. I tasted and everything was good. Yeah, tasted and everything was good. So this is me trying to show you guys the soup very well. Everything came out so good. I didn't add a single water. This is the water from the water leaf. Yeah, the water from the water leaf, and it tasted so good. Very spicy. And this is my plate. If you like this video, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel,